Right now, breaking news of a fire on Madison's east side. New details just into the newsroom on injuries and damage.
And more breaking news on the west side, what police are investigating this morning.
Plus, the Ukrainian president in D.C. today, what he's hoping to achieve during his high-stakes meeting with President Biden and members of Congress.
And we do have a scrape alert for some frost this morning. A little extra time scraping off the wind chill this morning. We'll talk about some cool weather today, but much warmer weather later in the week.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Thanks for waking up with us here on News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slivka with your first warn forecast. You had to scrape your windshield this morning.
I did.
I did not. Kelly's got a scrape. What do you call it? A scrape
alert, right?
Scrape alert.
Yeah, you know, we did have the frost this morning, so just allow a little extra time, maybe a minute or two to scrape off the wind chill this morning. Otherwise, it's the wind chill that's going to be the factor today. We've got a northwest wind that's really picked up here over the last half of an hour. We have a cold front that's passing through southern Wisconsin. That's why it feels colder than the actual temperature. So just make sure you cover everything up if you're going to be out for any duration. 18 right now is the wind chill in Lone Rock. The Dells at 22, 20 in Watertown. 18 right now in Monroe. The actual temperature, we're down to 28 now here in Madison. This is seasonable, actually a little bit above our average for this time of the year. 29 in Stoughton is the actual temperature. Middleton currently air temperature at 29. We do have clear skies right now, so those northwest winds, that's going to be a factor, and that'll put the wind chill value in the teens and low 20s most of today, but we are expecting a lot of sunshine. Tomorrow the winds will switch around the south, boosting our temperatures in the upper 30s, and unseasonably mild weather later this week. It's going to continue into the weekend, and even right now it looks like into much of next week. So a lot of sunshine today, but it's going to be deceiving. Only getting into low 30s today, pretty close to our average for this time of the year. Mostly sunny skies, just some high thin cirrus clouds rolling on in a little bit later today. But calling for the brisk northwest wind up there at 10 to 20, keeping those wind chill values in the teens and 20s throughout the day. We'll have more on that warm up in the extended forecast coming up.
Okay, Kelly, thank you very much. We start this half hour with new details just into the newsroom on that breaking news on Madison's east side. Firefighters say there are no injuries, but about $150,000 in damage out of a duplex fire on Milwaukee Street. This is close by the East Madison Baptist Church. The call came in just after 3 a.m. Crews on scene say there were flames coming from the back of the building. Residents and pets were able to get out okay. Both sides of the duplex, though, are unlivable this morning. And
some more breaking news this morning. Madison police are looking for someone who broke into a home. This happened just before 9 o'clock on Sunday night. Officers responded to New Washburn Way, just north of Alver Park on the west side. Homeowners say they got home and found that someone had broke in through a glass door and took cash and jewelry. Police have yet to make any arrests in this case, so they're asking anyone with information to contact Madison Area Crime Stoppers. That number is up on your screen. You can also submit a tip at p3tips.com. Information about the burglary can be shared anonymously.
Both of these stories, breaking news coming into our newsroom overnight. You can receive real-time push updates on the latest breaking news and stay up to date on all your local headlines over on our Channel 3000 mobile app.
Happening today, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky is visiting the U.S., scheduled to meet with lawmakers and the president, looking for more funding.
Shane Hogan is here with where things stand in this current spending stalemate. Good morning, Shane.
Hey, good morning, Leah. That's right. Today's visit will mark the third time Zelensky will visit the U.S. since that invasion from Russia. He wants the U.S. to pass a supplemental national security package that would, in part, provide billions in aid to Ukraine. He'll be meeting with senators, House Speaker Mike Johnson, and President Biden. Many Republicans, though, are pushing back, saying major concessions are needed regarding the surge of migrants at the U.S.'s southern border. Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson weighs in.
Fortunately, this is about the only leverage Republicans have to force this administration to actually secure the border, and I think we ought to take that opportunity because this is our top national security and homeland security priority is to secure that border.
Now, some on Capitol Hill say it is unlikely an agreement on this immigration issue will be reached before senators are scheduled to leave the Hill for the holidays. The White House, though, says Ukraine's president is expected to give President Biden an update on developments on the battlefield during their meetings today. And President Biden is expected to make it clear to Volodymyr Zelensky that the U.S. will continue to stand with Ukraine, guys.
All right, Shane Hogan with those details this morning. Thank you very much, Shane.
This morning, 4 Palestinians in the West Bank are dead. The Palestinian Health Ministry says a drone strike during an Israeli raid killed them. This happened in the occupied West Bank city of Jenin, in its refugee camp. A hospital director in Jenin says the IDF directly targeted Palestinians. This follows news Israel's government allegedly approved hundreds of millions of funds to Gaza since 2018. Since the October 7th attack, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been critical of Qatar for sending those funds, but new reports show Israel's government approved them in an effort to bolster Hamas in opposition to the West Bank's Palestinian Authority.
Happening today at the U.S. Capitol, survivors of sexual assault and harassment at the Coast Guard Academy will share their experiences in front of a committee. Lawmakers are investigating the cover-up of sexual violence. This after an investigation revealed the Coast Guard found evidence of harassment and assault within its ranks and did nothing about it. Just last week, the Coast Guard released a scathing internal report of its handling of harassment, admitting it failed to keep its people safe.
Developing now, the special counsel in the federal election interference case against former President Donald Trump is asking the Supreme Court to weigh in. Special counsel Jack Smith is asking the high court to rule on whether Donald Trump has immunity. It's an attempt to keep the election subversion trial on track. The trial over Trump's alleged efforts to remain president is supposed to take place in March. Smith's request is the first time the Supreme Court could weigh in on the prosecution of a former president. Trump's lawyers argued his alleged actions were part of his official duties as president, which give him immunity.
Back in Wisconsin, a fight over a fake elector on Wisconsin's Elections Commission. Secretary of State Sarah Godlewski is calling for a Republican who served as a fake Trump elector to be removed. But Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu is rejecting those calls. Bob Spindle is one of 10 Republicans who served as a fake elector for Donald Trump. As part of a settlement last week, they all admitted President Biden won the state. None can serve as electors if Trump is on the ballot moving forward. They also agreed in that settlement that their actions were part of an attempt to, quote, improperly overturn the 2020 election results.
Staff at the universities of Wisconsin are still waiting on pay raises this morning during an unprecedented stalemate with the legislature. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos says that he's done negotiating, though, after the Board of Regents rejected the deal. It would have eliminated about a third of diversity, equity, and inclusion positions in all UW system schools in exchange for funding. Speaker Vos and university leaders thought they had the deal all locked up on Friday until the Regents rejected it Saturday. On Milwaukee's WISN AM radio, Vos said he was surprised.
Hope that they will reconsider. I mean, this deal was negotiated in good faith. We're not changing one thing in this deal. We are not going backwards. If anything, I'd prefer to go forwards, but you know, a deal is a deal. You got to keep your word. So it's going to last for a little while, but this is not forever. If they want to walk away, they can walk away.
The head of the universities and the UW-Madison chancellor have yet to respond.
The U.S. Department of Transportation is giving Madison more than $6 million for the city's Vision Zero plan. That money's coming from the bipartisan infrastructure law. Our state got more than $11 million just yesterday. Vision Zero is a push to eliminate traffic deaths and severe injuries on Madison's roadways. Other cities that received that funding this week include Milwaukee, Sheboygan, and River Falls. And more federal money coming to Madison, this time for Amtrak. Those dollars will go to study potential projects. One of them would add stops in Madison and Eau Claire to that current route that runs from Milwaukee and the Twin Cities. Mayor Santi Rhodes-Conway says bringing Amtrak service to Madison has been a long-time goal of hers.
New overnight, a federal grand jury says Google's app marketplace is an illegal monopoly. This verdict is the latest update in a years-long battle between Epic Games, the maker of Fortnite, and Google. The jury found that Google's App Store practices violate U.S. antitrust laws. They say the tech giant has illegally operated a monopoly in the manner in which it distributes and charges for Android apps. Google says it will challenge this verdict and that Android and Google Play provide more choice and openness than any other major mobile platform.
And here's some heartwarming news. A Madison organization is bringing gifts to area youth who don't have a place to stay every night. Santa's Without Chimneys is in its 11th year of giving. Each year, the group puts together gifts from lists that social workers around the area provide them. They serve hundreds of kids, filling a need since many of these children's parents are working 2 to 3 jobs. The organization could always use more volunteers, though. If you would like to help, you should head to santaswithoutchimneys.org.
Sounds like a worthy cause right there.
Absolutely.
6:09, Kelly is Looking ahead to the forecast. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, a chilly start to our morning, and it's not only the cold weather, but it's also the northwest winds. Even though we are expecting a lot of sunshine, it's going to be a chilly day, but some warmer weather later this week. We'll have the first one forecast coming up.
And coming up in sports, the Packers look to keep their momentum going on Monday Night Football. Both teams scoring in the final 2 minutes. We'll tell you which one came out on top coming up.
But first, why Allison Dairyland is hoping you make this season the butteriest holidays yet in the 608.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
SSM Health and News 3 Now would like to invite you and your family to make a colorful connection this giving season.
Go to channel3000.com to download a Time for Kids coloring sheet or find it in November's Madison magazine. Add color and a kind message, then mail it to SSM Health.
They'll share with a hospital patient who can't be home for the holidays.
And you might even see it on News 3 Now. Take time for kids and spread joy to others by making a colorful connection.
Embrace the season of giving at the Century House. Donate $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless home office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat, or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County doesn't just build homes. We build financially strong families. Habitat Homes, financed through affordable mortgages, allow hardworking families to break the cycle of poverty and invest in their futures. Your support changes lives. Please donate today.
My name is Paul, and I'm always happy to help you try to find that right garage door for your house.
We had an idea of what we wanted, but when you actually see it, we are just so excited. We love them.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This holiday season is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Our solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
608 is here, which means more time spent with loved ones and delicious holiday snacks and meals. And here to share more ways to incorporate Wisconsin butter into your holiday season is the 76th Allison Dairyland, Ashley Hagenau. Ashley, good morning to you.
Good morning. It's good to see you again.
Yes, last time I saw you, we were at the State Fair.
We were.
And my, have things changed here in the last few months.
Oh my gosh, especially the weather, right?
It really has. It really has. Yeah, we're having to bundle up a little bit more now.
I know.
And we're also looking at more of the comfort food, and you're here to talk a little bit more about how to make the holidays the butteriest yet. And what do you mean by that?
The holidays are the perfect time to try experimenting with butter, whether it's cooking or baking recipes. Butter sales increase pretty dramatically leading up to the holidays, especially in November and December as we're cooking and baking more during the holidays. So there's a lot of unique ways to use Wisconsin butter and certainly other dairy products.
You know, Wisconsin is very proud to be known as one of the top 2 butter producers in the entire country. And you being from Poinet, you know how important those small family-owned dairy farms are to here in our state and really across the world.
100%. Wisconsin is home to 13 butter processing plants. And those butter processing plants are all supplied by high-quality milk from local dairy farms. 95% of our dairy farms here in Wisconsin are family-owned. So when you consume butter and other dairy products, you are helping to support local farmers as well as our state's dairy processors.
It's super important. So you have a nice little spread out here for us. So we got a couple different segments we're going to talk. So we want to start with this. And, you know, when you're talking about like gift giving, this is an easy way and kind of a fun way to be able to give too.
You can't go wrong with the gift of cheese, especially during the holidays. I have some incredible specialty cheeses here to showcase the cheese industry here in Wisconsin, and they truly make amazing gifts, and you can use specialty cheeses in so many different ways during the holiday season. As you are out shopping for loved ones or maybe shopping for dishes or recipes that you are going to be making this holiday season, keep an eye out for the Proudly Wisconsin Dairy Badge. That is up front here. It will be found on butter packaging, on cheese packaging, other dairy packaging that will help you know that you are purchasing genuine Wisconsin dairy products.
That was something I learned this morning because I'm going to be looking for that now because we want to support local.
That's what it's all about. There is no better time than now, especially during the holidays, to support local, especially when it comes to Wisconsin's dairy farmers and processors.
Wonderful. Ashley Hagen out of the 76th Allison Dairyland. We thank you for joining us here in Madison this morning.
Thank you so much.
We'll have more with her coming up around 6:45. Now let's get to Callie Slivka with your first warn weather forecast.
Yeah, good morning, Josh. It is a bit chilly this morning. We do have clear skies and may have to scrape the frost off the windshield this morning headed off to a workers' school. And we do have a bit of a northwest wind. That's going to be adding to a chill, so definitely bundle up this morning. You can see the sun coming up on the horizon, though. We do have clear skies this morning. We are expecting a lot of sunshine, but noticing temperatures do not climb a whole lot today. And that's because we have a cold front passing through. It's already passed through Madison, and that's ushering in some colder temperatures. And it's actually the wind chill that's going to be a factor today. Throughout the morning hours, they'll be in the teens to the lower 20s. So definitely bundle up. Make sure you have the hat on, the gloves on if you're going to be out for any duration, because it doesn't take long to get really cold with that wind out of the northwest. And that's what we've got, that cold front kind of just bringing in a reinforcing shot of some cold air. No weather associated with the front other than the wind coming in from the north and west, so it's going to be a breezy day, a rather brisk afternoon for us, even though we will see a lot of sunshine and temperatures headed into the lower 30s, but the wind chill will be in the teens and low 20s. It looks like much milder weather by the end of the week. Thursday and Friday, low to mid 40s, and it looks like that'll continue through the weekend, so unseasonably mild weather. Our only opportunity for any kind of rain or snow is coming in with a weak system. That'll be arriving late Friday, mainly Friday night. May see a little bit of snow mixed in with it, but mainly going to be a rainmaker into early Saturday. Well, this was last week when we did actually get a little bit of a sloppy, slushy snow, thanks to Esther in Belleville that showed that. But obviously, we've melted all that snow, and our probability of a white Christmas average from 1991 through 2020 is about 50 to 60% in Madison. Once you get up toward the Dells into parts of Columbia County, the chances are greater, lesser in southeastern Wisconsin. But with the warmer than average temperatures expected right up until Christmas Day, that chance of getting any kind of white Christmas is pretty slim. And you notice we don't even have much precipitation in the next 8 to 14 days, and that'll take us right up until Christmas Day. All right, 28 right now in Madison, 30 in Janesville, 28 in the Dells, Lone Rock at 29, 28 in Monroe. Across Dane County, we've got some mid-20s, 25 in Cross Plains and Mount Horeb, 25 in Oregon, Verona right now at 25 as well. First warm forecast, at least we are seeing a lot of sunshine. It's going to be a cold day today and breezy. Transition day tomorrow, running above average. Then we're well above average with sunshine on Thursday. Looks like a great day for this time of December. Our next chance of rain will be mainly later Friday. I think most of the daylight hours will be dry. But it might be mild enough that most of this is in the liquid form, mainly is rain. Maybe you see a little bit of mix in the morning Saturday. But clearing up Saturday afternoon into Sunday. And you know it's dry and mild weather continues into next week.
The Packers rose from the dead in the last 5 weeks and put a 3-game winning streak on the line last night against the Giants. This one was pretty ugly throughout, but Saquon Barkley would cause a huge fumble, which gave the Pack a chance. Leading to this, Jordan Love with 90 seconds left finds Malik Heath, who crosses the plane for a Packers touchdown. And at this point, it looked like this Love story was going to continue. But then all of a sudden, the Giants stormed back with a quick drive that ended with this 37-yard field goal. It would split the uprights, and the Packers drop a heartbreaker. 24-22 is your final. And Wisconsin Badgers cornerback Ricardo Hallman was rewarded for his breakout season yesterday, named a third-team AP All-American, the only Badger to make the list. Hallman's 6 interceptions are the second most in the nation in 2023, including this 95-yard pick six against Rutgers. And the Bucs played a Bulls team last night that beat them just a few weeks ago, tied at 98 in the fourth, and Giannis, like a running back, pins his ears back and gets to the rack for the bucket. How do you guard that? Beastly stuff from the Freak, but this game would go to overtime just like the last time they played. Brook Lopez has contributed in so many ways this year. He leads the NBA in blocks and does things like this. A teardrop off the glass falls, and so do the Bulls. Bucks win it 133-129 is the final. And to the Wisconsin basketball court, where freshman phenomenon John Blackwell picked up his second Big Ten Freshman of the Week honors. The first Badger with multiple such honors since Brad Davison in 2017. He scored 13.5 points and 5.5 boards a game this week, including a team best 17 against Arizona. That's your morning sports fix. Have a terrific Tuesday.
Thank you very much, Andrew. It is 6:20. Coming up, Golden Globe nominations are out. Which movie earned the most nods?
And in our next half hour, Deerfield residents are taking action. Who they're looking to hold accountable for damaged appliances.
Happy holidays from all of us at WISC-TV.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
It's a robotic money expert.
Clever. How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits.
Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward. Ingenious.
Sardine fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO.
Volunteering offers more than benefits for those served. Volunteers reap health benefits from the time they give. RSVP of Dane County's Driver Services Program needs volunteers to provide rides to medical appointments and deliver meals to older adults in Dane County. Ideal candidates are of legal driving age, love to drive, and meet new people. Schedules are very flexible, and volunteer drivers will use their own vehicles and are reimbursed for mileage. To make a difference this holiday season, please contact RSVP of Dane County today.
At U.S. Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at U.S. Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
It's time to light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Get our best offers and choose from a huge selection of Ford F-150 trucks with the capability, convenience, and technology to help bring us together. Wow. Discover how Ford F-150 can make the holidays bright. Now get a built-Ford Tough F-150 STX for $399 a month for 36 months with $53.49 cash due at signing. See your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Welcome back. This is a good My Morning, you guys.
Yeah.
This sums up a Tuesday morning.
Who are you, Chris? Are you Santa or are you the Grinch?
He's Santa.
Some days I think that's a fair question to ask.
I know, I agree with you.
No, I'm just teasing. This is a great photo. Santa's like, you wave that green finger somewhere else,
You
pal.
moved that, boss.
All right, good picture. Thanks for sharing it, Kevin. You can do the same thing. Share your morning. Got a cool pic. We'd love to see it. Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when you post on social media.
All right, Shane, what's trending this morning?
All right, guys. Well, we're talking about the Golden Globes. Nominations came out yesterday, so we're going to get to that. But they're also still looking for a host.
Ooh.
Chris Rock, who was, of course, famously slapped by Will Smith at the Oscars a couple years ago, declined an offer to host. So they've been trying to find someone to do it. Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, who have done it in the past, they say no, they're not coming back. It's scheduled for January 7th, so it's coming up here. And talking about nominations, Barbie leading with 10 nods. Oppenheimer got 8. Succession on the TV side had a big day as well. They got 9 total nominations.
Wow.
So we will see who ends up the winners, but they're probably going to need to find a host soon.
Do you guys have ideas?
I'd love to see Ricky Gervais come back.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. He really keeps those celebs on their toes, man.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
It's got to be uncomfortable sitting in that room with him at the podium, knowing that he could say something about you at any moment.
Just torch you.
Or he might be uncomfortable waiting for somebody to slap him.
Oh, touche.
I wouldn't want to host either. Count me out.
I'm good.
Oof.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see who they pick.
Yeah.
We'll see who's got the guts.
Yeah. To stand up to Hollywood.
All right, 6:25. Just enough time to check in with Kelly.
Yeah, bundle up this morning. We do have a bit of a brisk northwest wind. Winds will be up there at 10 to 20 miles per hour, putting wind chill values in the teens and low 20s today. High temperatures in the low 30s. Right now, the wind chill at 21, 19 currently. Bundle up this morning.
All right, thanks, Kelly. Look at that, nice little sunrise here on a Tuesday. We're back right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
Stella uses AT&T for her internet and mobile service. Abby has Spectrum One. The difference is big. With AT&T, Stella pays a lot more.
I do?
It's $110 a month for AT&T internet and an AT&T unlimited extra line.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Abby gets big savings. Spectrum internet with the most reliable internet speeds.
It's really fast.
Advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security. And an unlimited mobile line with nationwide 5G. All with no added taxes or hidden fees. Now you can get Spectrum internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line.
That's a good deal. I know.
With Spectrum One, Abby is saving big. Over $75 a month. That's over $900 in savings. So Stella, what do you think?
I'm switching to Spectrum.
Spectrum One is a big deal. Call 800-872-0180. Visit Spectrum.com or a Spectrum store today.
This time of year, we gather, we celebrate, and we remember the things that matter most. For us, that's you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care, because the way you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health, know how much you matter to this world.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
We have this saying that people come where they're invited and stay where they feel welcomed, which is why we're inviting you to take advantage of Hy-Vee Perks during the holidays. Hy-Vee Perks has all the benefits of Fuel Saver and helps you save money on items that you buy every day. It's free, it's easy, and it's our way of saying thank you for choosing Hy-Vee. On behalf of all of us here at Hy-Vee, from our family to yours, we wish you a joyful holiday season.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
We're one tree falling from this happening again tomorrow.
Residents in Deerfield are banding together this morning. Why they're considering a class action lawsuit.
Plus, the Packers in prime time on Monday Night Football. We'll show you the last-second score that decided the game.
And the sun is coming up over the capital city, but you see the flag blowing about there. A brisk start to our day, but we do have warmer weather in the forecast. More coming up.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Linscheid. Take a minute. Take in that sunrise. That is beautiful.
Looks very nice coming up behind the Capitol this morning. Also a little chilly out there. Kelly Slifka's got that forecast for you. How are we looking today?
Yeah, you know, the temperatures aren't drastically cold this morning, but it is the wind. You can see occasionally this flag blowing about. That northwest wind is actually behind a cold front that passed through overnight. So even though the temperature isn't drastically cold, we're just not going to warm up a whole lot, even though we are expecting a lot of sunshine. But with that northwest wind, it feels like 21, feels like 19 in the Dells, 15 in Juneau, 17 in Watertown, Janesville feels like 21. The actual air temperature, 28 in Madison, 29 in Middleton, 28 currently in Cottage Grove. So it is a chilly start to our morning. Sunshine today with a brisk northwest wind throughout the afternoon. Milder tomorrow, kind of that transition as we get into the middle to upper 30s, unseasonably mild, though, by Thursday and Friday, low to mid-40s, and that will continue right through the upcoming weekend. So we are looking at sunshine today, temperatures in the upper 20s this morning. Noticing by the early afternoon, we're only getting just toward freezing, probably getting close to 33 this afternoon. A lot of sunshine today, that northwest wind keeping that wind chill value down. Take a quick look at our first morning traffic. You can see right now the roads are clean, no accidents being reported.
All right, Kelly, thanks for keeping an eye on that for us. 6:31 now. The Packers' playoff chances a little more questionable this morning after last night's disappointing loss.
Yeah, they are hanging on to the final spot when it comes to the playoff picture. Our Shane Hogan is here breaking down that game from last night in prime time in New York. Boy, Packers have a lot to talk about this morning.
Yeah, that's right, Chris. And I'm sure those conversations will be starting shortly this morning. Well, the Packers, they now stand at 6-7 after that loss last night to the New York Giants. It was a back-and-forth game, but the Pack just did not do enough to win. We'll start here first quarter on an end-around handoff to Jaden Reed. He scored the first Packers points. Fast forwarding here to the final minutes of the fourth quarter, Giants up 5 looking to close it out. Saquon Barkley broke off a big run, but he fumbled it, giving the Packers a chance here to come back. They do just that. Nice throw from Jordan Love to Malik Heath. That put the Packers up by 1. But it did not last long. Tommy DeVito and the Giants marched down the field. They set up this game-winning kick, 37 yards, good by Randy Bullock. And just like that, the Packers fall 24-22. Here's head coach Matt LaFleur after the game.
You get a Monday night game and a big stage, and I thought we had a good week of preparation. I thought our guys, you know, in practice it was pretty clean, but ultimately you got to do it on game day.
Well, now all eyes will be on the final 4 games of the season. Hard to believe there's just a month left to go. Up next for the Green and Gold, they will host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday, guys. So, you know, they're fighting for those final spots in the playoffs, so it should be a good finish to the season.
There is a bottleneck of teams right there for those final couple of spots.
That's right.
Packers play a couple of them here with 4 games left to go in this season. At the Vikings in Chicago to round out the 17-week season. And Shane, there's a lot on the line.
That's right. Should be fun.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Shane. 6:33 now. We're learning how a bill recently signed by Governor Evers will impact the financial future of Wisconsin students. The mandate signed by Governor Evers requires every Wisconsin high schooler to study financial literacy. That includes things like investing, saving, and how to generally manage money. The move comes as many students on UW campuses enter college not knowing how to do important things like budgeting for food. According to some UW experts, this lack of financial knowledge affects underprivileged students even more.
The absence of that education assumes that everyone has as a baseline what they need to navigate that space successfully. And we know that's not the case.
Financial literacy was required in some form of curriculum under previous laws, but now standalone classes are required. The bill is passed with broad support in the legislature and even receiving support across the UW system.
Holiday season is in full swing, and that means scammers are looking to take advantage of consumers. One of the easiest ways they do it is with gift cards. The Better Business Bureau says there are a few things to look out for before you buy gift cards for your loved ones. Scammers commonly tamper with them before they're even sold.
There's always that long string of numbers with a PIN number. And what they do is wait for that gift card to be purchased, and as soon as it's purchased, they deplete the funds on it.
Double check the gift card before you buy it to see if it's been messed with or whether the PIN number on the back has been scratched off. And try to purchase a card that comes in fully enclosed packaging that's going to prevent it from being swiped by a card reader device.
6:35 now. People in Deerfield are considering a class action lawsuit this morning. It comes after a power surge left folks without furnaces, appliances, and their feeling of safety. Our Armand Rahman breaks down their concerns after a meeting last night.
A We Energy spokesperson says a power surge that happened last week in the town of Deerfield was the cause of, quote, an act of God, a tree falling onto the line. Residents Monday night say that's not good enough, and they're gathered to get some answers and potentially take some more action.
This is the second time in a year Brian Wilson has experienced this.
All of a sudden, the lights are flickering, and you're making it like the house is making this buzzing sound, and then all of a sudden, everything just starts popping and crackling through the house.
And the second time, his appliances are fried.
Right now, this is our refrigerator. So we got basically 3 coolers that holds everything. Our dishwasher, washing machine, coffee pots, Christmas lights. We lost a bunch of those, for the holidays. So that kind of sucks.
Mitch Bones' garage is now a graveyard of devices, some of which replaced the ones lost after the previous surge in October.
Furnace, stove, fridge, hot water heater, central air, well, dishwasher, microwave.
While they both expect home insurance to help with some of the cost, not everyone in town can, and they think We Energies should chip in more.
For them to just say, we'll cover it, we'll do our best we can, no guarantees you're going to get much money, that's not acceptable for me.
Many townspeople are not happy with the response from the utility.
It's unusual for this to happen to anyone ever, and for it to happen twice is incredibly unusual. We understand customers' frustration. Hopefully the customers you talked to had been in contact with their claims department, had received some information, and had some actionable next steps.
They claim the trees that fell on their lines are on someone else's property, who they're still trying to identify in the year between surges.
Explain them the situation, and hopefully they can help address this, because those trees, they're so large, if they fall, they could fall in either direction. They're going to come into contact with something and cause damage.
Bones says that's time he's worried the town doesn't have.
Having the kids in the house, you're kind of thinking to yourself, okay, do I got to grab them right now and worry about, potentially an explosion? But we're one tree falling from this happening again tomorrow.
Reporting in Deerfield, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
We Energies isn't taking any responsibility for the surge, but residents are hoping they reverse course so they don't have to resort to a lawsuit.
We now know who will replace longtime Wanakee School Superintendent Randy Gutenberg next year. Last night, the school board unanimously voted to hire Dr. Monica Kelsey Brown. She's currently the superintendent of schools in the North Milwaukee suburb of Brown Deer. She's also a former second-grade teacher with the Milwaukee Public School District. She'll take the office July 1st, taking over for Gutenberg, who's retiring after 16 years in that position.
More local news now. 2 local nonprofit organizations are teaming up to help feed more people across Dane County. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County is letting Little John's Chicken use its facilities to cook for its other programs. That includes the evening Meals on Wheels delivery service, twice weekly deliveries to a homeless encampment, and the Little John's Lunchbox. That's a pay-what-you-can cafe inside Madison Children's Museum. For both organizations, they see this as a move that will leave a major mark.
The fact that our kids can get healthy, nutritious meals to enhance what our cooks had already been doing, we're basically leveraging our resources to have a greater impact in the community.
The two groups hope the partnership will last for 2 years as Little John's continues to fundraise for its permanent home on Verona Road.
All right, 6:38. Let's check in with Kelly.
Yeah, we do have a beautiful sunrise coming up on the horizon, but it is a little deceiving. It is a cold start to our December morning. We are looking at some warmer weather. The first warm forecast coming up.
Also ahead, why Allison Dairyland is hoping you make this season the butteriest holidays yet in the 608.
Save with holiday hot deals. Get Cook's ham portions, just $1.48 a pound. Jack's Pizza, just $2.99. And Lay's kettle cooked, rolled gold, or munchies, $1.99 each when you buy 3. Only at Hy-Vee.
Are you tired of living with that awful joint pain in your knees, hips, back, and shoulder? Ready to get your life back? Call QC Kinetics now, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. These non-invasive treatments harness your body's own healing power to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. No drugs, no downtime, no surgery. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation. Learn how all-natural advanced regenerative medicine can bring you lasting relief. QC Kinetics.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford SUV and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $3,500 FlexBuy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Menards is celebrating Ryan Blaney's NASCAR championship with 12% off everything. Sylvania's TrueWave LED bulbs provide the closest lighting to natural sunlight. This helps you feel better and see better by offering an enhanced color experience while minimizing unnecessary blue light. Create a nurturing environment for your family. Pick up a 6-pack of 65-watt LED flood bulbs on sale for $17.59 after 12% off.
Merry Christmas and enjoy your 12% off everything.
Hi, I'm Gary Canolti, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me March 23rd through April 1st as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Save every day this holiday with Perks prices at Hy-Vee. That's smart powdered or brown sugar, H Perks price, $1.99. Fresh Express garden salad, $1.48. And Campbell's Chunky Soup, H Perks price, $1.99. Sign up today.
SSM Health and News 3 Now would like to invite you and your family to make a colorful connection this giving season.
Go to channel3000.com to download a Time for Kids coloring sheet or find it in November's Madison magazine. Add color and a kind message, then mail it to SSM Health.
They'll share with a hospital patient who can't be home for the holidays.
And you might even see it on News 3 Now. Take time for kids and spread joy to others by making a colorful connection.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Season in the 608 is here, which means more time spent with loved ones and delicious holiday snacks and meals. And here to share more ways to incorporate Wisconsin butter into your holiday season is the 76th Allison Dairyland, Ashley Hagenau. Ashley, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes, good to see you again.
So great to see you,
and
too.
of course, we're talking about the holidays, the most wonderful time of the year. And this is also the most wonderful time of the year to support our Wisconsin dairy farmers.
One way to do that is through trying new ways with butter. So one of the recipes I have today is for compound butter. Compound butter is a super fun way to use Wisconsin butter. You might use cheeses, herbs, fruits, other flavors. You might combine dill and citrus, pear and blue cheese, some really unique flavor profiles within these compound butters. And one recipe I have for today is cranberry chipotle cheddar butter, which is really yummy. You get some of the tartness from the cranberries, that delicious dairy flavor from the cheese, cheese and the butter. You also add in some cranberries, and you just keep going with salt and pepper, honey, mix it all together. It's delicious.
I love how you can get super creative with those recipes, and you kind of think about it, just how important butter is to so many things that we make here, especially around the holidays.
It is. We shared earlier that Wisconsin is one of the top 2 butter producers across the entire country, and our state is home to 13 butter processing plants. So we certainly enjoy our butter here in Wisconsin, but it also goes to support local farmers and dairy processors. Also, across the country, Americans love their butter, as we consume about 6.5 pounds of butter per year.
That is wild to think about. I love it. And I mean, you know, you're from Poynette, right here in the 608, born and raised, just how important that support is for our local farmers.
Exactly. As you are out shopping this holiday season, maybe for some last-minute gifts or preparing for meals that you might be cooking or baking, look for that Proudly Wisconsin Dairy badge that certifies you are purchasing genuine Wisconsin dairy products, which helps to support the local economy, support our farmers and dairy processors, and keep Wisconsin's dairy industry strong.
It's so important. I mean, we live in such a great state, and we wouldn't be able to enjoy the holidays without all of our farmers out there working so hard.
Exactly right. I'm so thankful for the dairy industry here in Wisconsin. It's a $45.6 billion industry, and there are so many fun stories to tell behind how our products get from the farm to the table, and especially how dairy products continue to support our farmers and processors here in Wisconsin.
Well, Ashley, we appreciate you stopping by the News 3 Now studios this morning.
Thank you again for having me. Happy holidays,
yes,
too.
Happy holidays. If people are interested in reaching out, what's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
Of course, if you'd like to continue following along with Alice in Dairyland, give us a follow on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or X. Otherwise, go check out our website. That is aliceinDairyland.com. Also, if you're interested in any butter recipes we've talked about today, go ahead and check out wisconsincheese.com/butter.
Making this holiday season the butteriest yet.
We sure are.
Ashley, thank you so much.
Thank you again.
Now let's get to Kelly with your First Warn weather forecast.
All right, thanks, Josh. First of all, I want to get to First Warn traffic. We just got noted that there's a automobile crash at the Beltline and Midvale, and we'll have that coming up here shortly. But it's a chilly start to our Tuesday morning, seasonably so. We do have clear skies right now. You may have to scrape the frost off your windshield and make sure you get all that off so you have good visibility this morning, because it is chilly, 28 right now, the current temperature, the actual air temperature. The wind chill, though, is at 21. That's what it feels like on exposed flesh. So, yeah, I should have a hat on. But I'm only out here for a couple more minutes. But if you're going to be out for any duration, make sure you keep a hat on and also some gloves. We're expecting highs in the low 30s. This is really right where we should be this time of the year. But it's not so much the high temperature. It's actually going to be the wind chill that's going to be the factor today. A northwest wind up there at 10 to 20 will make it feel like teens and low 20s throughout the morning and afternoon hours. So make sure you keep everything covered, because it's going to be pretty chilly this afternoon. It's all behind a cold front. And we're not starting off too cold this morning. It's actually milder than yesterday morning, but we're not going to rise a whole lot behind this front, and we will continue with that northwest wind, ushering in some colder Canadian air today. So those wind chill values will be in the teens and low 20s today. One last really cold day, but then we are going to see a transition tomorrow. But then by Thursday, we're talking about low to maybe mid 40s by Thursday, right through the weekend. And our only chance of precipitation will come in late Friday, mainly Friday night. And right now, it mainly looks like rain. Be warm enough that it'll be mainly rain, may mix with a little bit of snow before ending early Saturday, and we'll track that on one of our computer models. See, most of the daylight hours on Friday will be dry. It won't be until Friday night. See a little bit of pink showing up mainly to the north and north central Wisconsin, where they may see some snow and some accumulation up there, but warm enough around here, mainly rain. We may see a little bit of mixing in, but right now we're not looking at any real snow accumulation with it around here. Most of that will stay in central and northern parts of the state. Just looking like mainly rain for us going into the weekend. 28 right now in Madison, also the Dells, 29 in Boscobel, 30 in Janesville, 26 in Watertown. Across Dane County, it's down to 24 in Sauk City and Cross Plains, 25 in Cottage Grove. Stoughton right now at 26. Our First Warn forecast keeps it sunny the next several days. It's going to be a very cold start to the morning tomorrow, 19. 38 for the afternoon highs. We transition to milder weather, mid-40s Thursday and Friday, and there's that chance of a late day rain, mainly rain, may mix with a little bit of snow before ending, but temperatures in the 40s this weekend. even still above average going into much of next week.
Yeah, certainly no flurries are going to stick around with the 40s, huh, Kelly?
Yeah, you know, and taking a look out ahead, really our next big storm system might come in on Christmas Day, and this is really reaching out there. And right now, maybe in the form of rain.
Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate it. 6:48, coming up in the morning sprint, a burglary still unsolved. Madison police are needing some help finding a suspect.
If you got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, let us know so we can show their picture on TV. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
Stella uses AT&T. Abby has Spectrum One. With AT&T, Stella pays $110 a month for her internet and mobile.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Abby gets internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line.
That's a good deal. I know.
Abby saves big, over $75 a month. That's over $900 in savings.
I'm switching to Spectrum.
Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store to get Spectrum One.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hardworking Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $7,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
At U.S. Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then, give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at U.S. Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
That is definitely him.
Dude, that's Jessica taking a little break with a peppermint frosty.
I'm going in.
What?
Hello. Got something, right? Yeah, that's real.
And now get 20% off in the Wendy's app when you include a frosty.
Rediscover life without pain. SSM Health Orthopedics.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
New details just into the newsroom on that breaking news on Madison's east side. Firefighters say there are no injuries, but about $150,000 in damage out of a duplex fire on Milwaukee Street. The call came in just after 3 a.m. Crews on scene say there were flames coming from the back of the building. All the residents and pets were able to get out okay, but both sides of the duplex are unlivable this morning. More breaking news overnight. Police are searching for a suspect in a burglary. According to an incident report from the Madison Police Department, officers are investigating a break-in on the west side. This happened off of South Gammon Road near the intersection with Schrader. The owners of the home returned to find a glass door smashed and then money and jewelry missing. If you have any information, police ask that you call the Madison Area Crime Stoppers.
The trial of Brittany Holston continues today. This comes after the jury for her case was selected yesterday. She's charged with 1 count of attempted first-degree intentional homicide of an unborn baby. Police allege that she and another woman intentionally beat a pregnant woman in an attempt to try to kill that unborn child. The other woman in the case was found guilty last week.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will be on Capitol Hill today to make his plea for more aid. This after a multi-billion-dollar aid package that included funding for Ukraine, Israel, and border security failed to overcome a procedural vote. This marks Zelensky's third visit since the start of Russia's invasion.
Former New York Congressman George Santos is reportedly talking with prosecutors about a deal. Court records show prosecutors want to try to strike a plea deal with Santos at a status conference next month. The ousted congressman has pleaded not guilty to nearly 24 charges. As of now, Santos is scheduled for trial in September of next year.
An update on a Texas woman who was seeking an abortion in the state. She left Texas to get medical care elsewhere after the Texas Supreme Court blocked a lower court's ruling that her abortion could proceed. She's dealing with a fatal fetus syndrome, meaning the baby wouldn't survive and it could impact her ability to have more kids in the future.
The Secretary of State, Sarah Godlewski, is pushing for Bob Spindle to be removed from the Wisconsin Elections Commission. It's over the connection to the fake elector scheme that happened during the 2020 election. Spindle was one of 10 Republicans who signed certificates falsely stating that Trump had won. However, Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu says he won't remove Spindle.
Special counsel Jack Smith is pressing the Supreme Court to rule on whether Donald Trump is immune to federal prosecution. It's a legal gray area since no president has been tried for crimes committed while they were in office. A lower court ruled earlier this month he is not immune, but the former president suggested he would appeal that decision in a court filing.
We now know who will replace longtime Waunakee School Superintendent Randy Gutenberg next year. Last night, the school board unanimously voted to hire Dr. Monica Kelsey Brown. She's currently the superintendent of schools in the North Milwaukee suburb of Brown Deer. She'll take office July 1st.
We now know the identity of the man killed in an apartment fire Friday morning. The Rock County Medical Examiner's Office says 63-year-old Daniel Gargula died of his injuries. The fire happened inside an apartment on North Randall Avenue near Hawthorne Park. The cause is still under investigation.
A new bill would require every Wisconsin high school student to take financial literacy standalone classes. That means they'll study things like investing, saving, and how to generally manage money. The bill passed with broad support in the legislature and is receiving support from the universities of Wisconsin.
A federal grand jury says Google's app marketplace is an illegal monopoly. The verdict is the latest update in a years-long battle between Epic Games, the maker of Fortnite, and Google. The jury found that Google's App Store practices violate U.S. antitrust law. They say the tech giant has illegally operated a monopoly in its Android apps. Google says it's going to challenge that verdict.
All right, good morning. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock as it's a chilly start to the morning. 19 is the wind chill in Madison. That's what it feels like. 17 in Watertown, so definitely bundle up this morning. Actual temperatures are in the 20s this morning. We do have a beautiful sunrise coming up, but it's going to be cold. Temperatures only in the low 30s. It's going to feel like the teens and low 20s. All right, our first warm forecast calls for sunshine. We warm up. 40s expected Thursday and Friday. There is a chance of some rain or snow. Mainly rain, it looks like, going into Saturday morning. Quick look at our first warm traffic. We do have an accident. This is on the eastbound ramp from the frontage road right off of the Beltline there at Midvale. That may be causing a couple delays with 2 of those lanes blocked.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. Stay with us, folks. Another news and weather update coming up in half an hour.